Hello everyone, it's Livia here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys saw on the title, I'm painting this plant. It's a Tradescantia Spathacea or Spathacea. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Some people say one way, some people say the other. So anyways, doesn't really matter. So this is one of the plants in my collection again, and I sketched this one for my IGTV in my tattoo Instagram. If you guys want to have a look, I do have the sketch there, the time-lapse as well. I'll leave the link down below. And it was a little bit of a struggle in the beginning, to be honest, because I wasn't really sure how to start, as it has like a lot of pink in it. If I started with the pink first or if I used the green. So I just went with the green and very like small brushes. It was okay in the beginning. Then in the middle was like, oh my God, this is gonna look so bad. But then it ended, I quite liked it in the end after a few days, because when I finished it, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to post this. But now I actually like it, and I hope you guys like it too. So basically what I did was just get the right greens. I used like a few greens, tones of green with a lot of yellow, so they didn't end up really dark, because if it depends on myself, I would just go really dark, because I love the dark greens with kind of like a bluish undertone to it. But yeah, I had to control myself so I could have similar tones to the picture or to the plant itself. I will put the picture that I used as reference again in my Pinterest, and I will link it down below as well, so you guys can use it as reference just like I did. I took this picture, well, a few weeks ago, so yeah, quite recent. So basically, it was a lot of work, a lot of hours, as usual, because I had to let it dry to apply new shades of green. And then there's a lot of lines there, so it's good to have a little bit of control. It's if you don't have that, practice in a different paper sheet, so you don't mess up in a good paper, basically. But yeah, it was literally just doing these lines until I was happy enough, because obviously the plant itself has many more, but they are so thin and fine that it was really hard to represent that with watercolor. But I think the representation I did, you can actually tell it's this plant specifically. Okay, so now we are ready for the next step, which is adding the pink. The pink is quite light, but so for this part it was easier to find a tone, because you know when watercolor dries, it dries lighter than you always expect. So that was a good thing. So I was trying to add this pink part without mixing too much with the green, because this paper I'm using, sometimes it mixes up and then the green was becoming a little bit of grayish. So yeah, I had to take a little bit of extra care not to get a lot of water and not to put the brush on top of the green and the pink together too many times, so I wouldn't have like weird colors. And then after all this pink, I let it dry, and then I came back with the green to add a bit more details. And after that, I decided to use some coloring pencils, because literally I just thought with the brush I wouldn't be able to do like a nice finishing to it. I just thought it was such a mess by this point. Then I guess the coloring pencils kind of handled what I was like desperate. I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna work. So it gave it like a very nice texture to it and a lot of details, because obviously a coloring pencil is much easier to control than water and a brush, basically. And it was quite fun to do this part. I do love using coloring pencils. These ones are from Faber-Castell, and it's a Polychromos collection. I love them, they're amazing. And yeah, that was basically that. It took me over 2 hours without the drying period, so yeah, quite a while. But I had fun as usual. I love this plant. It's been growing really, really well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this too. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing as well. And I hopefully will have another video next week for you guys with another plant. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.